Hey guys, I want to apologize for filming again in my car. We are still currently renovating. So yeah, we're just, the kitchen and the dining room are pretty much done. I just have to get a rug. I had ordered a rug, but it came when it came, so I thought it was going to be green because in the picture it was green. But then when I opened it, it was blue, and I'm like, that doesn't go for my dining room, but it's fine because I'll probably use it for another room. I don't really know because the theme that I'm going for is boho, so it wasn't really even a boho type of style rug. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm very impulsive. So yeah, and my light, if anybody watched my last vlog, I was talking about how I ordered a light fixture for my dining room ceiling 2 weeks ago from Walmart, but I didn't get it until literally yesterday. My neighbor came upstairs and gave it to us. I don't even know how long he had it for, and he didn't even realize it, but it's really, really pretty. My fiance put it up last night, so I'm gonna put some pictures up in here in this vlog. Fast update on my weight loss. I literally lost a pound in 2 days. I was 205, I'm now 204. I do think it's just my water in my body going up and down. I don't think like I'm actually gaining weight and losing weight within a day or two. I really don't. Calorie intake is still the same. Probably not as consistent with the workouts. Definitely have to get back on that. But, I'm just taking it day at a time, one day at a time. I haven't been feeling the greatest. In my last vlog, I also mentioned that I was supposed to see a specialist, and I'm just going to disclose that now. It is a cancer specialist. Just because my primary doctor did some blood work on me, and he's finding some suspicious stuff going on, and I have a lump on my neck. So with that plus the blood work, he's concerned. Haven't been feeling the greatest either. So he said it could also be a lot of inflammation in my body, and we really just don't know at this point. So we're trying to find out what's going on. I went to my appointment yesterday. Unfortunately, they had to turn me away because I didn't bring my insurance card, and the only reason why I didn't was because when I made the appointment 2 weeks ago, the guy on the phone said that I didn't need to bring it because I'm going to fill everything out through my email that they sent me, a link. So I filled everything out, even took pictures of my ID and my health insurance card. So I didn't bring it with me. The only thing I brought was my ID. And it turned out that the lady was like, unfortunately, nothing transferred over from what you put in and submitted to the system, so they weren't able to see me. So I was actually very upset about that. So she rescheduled it for February 26th, which happens to be my birthday. So yeah, happy birthday to me, right? So yeah, so right now we don't know what's going on with that, and I won't know until then. I did go to urgent care yesterday after that, just because I was like, you know what, there is a lump in my neck. I'm not feeling the greatest. I really don't want to just sit here and not know. But it was so crowded yesterday. I think I waited for like a half hour, and then I told my fiance, I was like, I'm out. Like, I just cannot. I have a hard time staying in one spot for too long. So I was like, and he was like, are you sure? And I was just like, yeah. And not that obviously I'm very concerned, but I'm just like, I cannot sit here. So I went home. But yeah, I mean, that was that. I really wasn't gonna I just couldn't. I couldn't. And I think just the nerves, obviously I'm worried, So but yeah, that's pretty much that. So I'm not gonna know anything yet unfortunately. Trying to think of what to do for my birthday that's coming up. Really don't have any ideas. Like, if anybody has any suggestions. I mean, we live upstate New York, so we don't really have much here, and I'm not driving to the city. Like, the only time I go to the city is to visit my best friend in the Bronx. I really don't go to the city like that. And I lived in the city. I was born and raised in New York City, so I've been out here for the last 10 years, 9 years, I don't even know, but it's been a while. And it's just like, don't think, I know for a fact I would never live back and I would never live in the city again. I'm so used to being out here, but it's boring. Like it's boring. So like, if anybody has any ideas, like, let me know, because we really don't know what to be doing for my birthday. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the update for today. The vlog is boring, I know, I apologize. It will get more better. It's just, it's winter time. Where am I going? And then on top of that, renovating the house. And obviously, you know, that's something I am definitely gonna put into my videos, into my vlogs, but I haven't gotten around to it. I do homeschool, and I thought I disclosed this in my first video. I put on the thumbnail that I talked about having 10 kids, and then I realized after, when I watched the video, that I never mentioned my 10 kids. So I want to apologize for that. I do have 10 kids, and I pretty much, you know, with the homeschooling, and I'm constantly busy. This is something like that part of my life I do want to put into my vlogs. So if anybody's interested in seeing how I homeschool, the schedules that I keep, a day in the life of my life with my children, my family, my fiance, again, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I mean, videos will definitely get better. Like I said, I'm trying. I'm new here. I'm trying to get myself to just put it all in one video. I'm always all over the place. Unfortunately, I have a lot of like problems with attention. So like, just trying to like get my head together for these videos is very, very hard for me. And that's, you know, something that I would like to discuss in these videos at times. Just, you know, the struggles that I have. Mental health, I definitely have my struggles with, and I want to be able to open up about these things in my vlogs, and be honest to say, you know, this is what it is. Like, I have depression, I have anxiety, I have BPD, you know, I have a lot of stuff, and you know, I was diagnosed with ADD as a teenager. I have a lot of struggles that I deal with every day, and then implicating that with, you know, just my everyday life with my kids, with my fiance, you know, my relationship, all that. It's like it's very hard. So it's just something that I'm want to incorporate into my videos for anybody who's watching and who is struggling as well, that, you know, you're not alone. Very, very hard to make it day by day, especially when you're an adult and you're in the working world. I mean, I'm going to be 40. I know that a lot of what I'm dealing with mentally, you know, is also because of my age and the fact that I'm probably going to be going through premenopause if I'm not already going through it. And so I feel like that's another factor in mental health. And I think that, you know, that could be why I'm also just like all over the place in my mind, and I can't really focus and stuff like that. So, you know, again, mental health is a very big thing for me. You know, this is something I will be talking about in my vlogs, even at random times, because that's just, you know, that's pretty much what this channel is really about: my weight loss, my life, my family, my everyday struggles, and just, you know, mental health, because that's something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. A lot of people don't like to admit that they're struggling. They don't want to say, hey, you know, I had a really bad day today, because I guess they feel like, you know, they weren't productive enough if they admit that they didn't do everything they wanted to do that day. And this is something that I myself struggle with all the time. I am constantly struggling with, like, damn, I woke up this morning and I feel like total shit. I literally don't want to do anything today. And, you know, the effect that it could take on you mentally. And that's, you know, I know I'm not the only person, and I just want to put it out there that if you watching is going through the same thing or goes through the same thing, you're not alone. So I just find it very important to incorporate these things into my videos, because I think that that's, you know, with all the jokes inside, and I am a jokester and I'm always clowning around, I do go through my ups and downs, and I make sure that it's very well known, like, hey, I'm not just a smile across my face and laughing all the time. I do this because that's just who I am. But deep inside, I do have my struggles, and I am just like everybody else. I get depressed. I get very, very down on myself. And there are days I just don't want to do anything. And living with such a huge family, you know, sometimes you feel their energy as well. And that also takes me in, like, draws me in. And I'm just like, today is just not a good day for me type of thing. But yeah, so, you know, like I said, that's going to be stuff that I will be covering, like what I will be talking about in my vlogs. And as I said, my vlogs, they will get better. Just, you know, if you are subscribing, I truly appreciate it. I know, like, there's millions of YouTubers out there doing so much better than this, and I commend them for keeping up with it. And I think it's amazing. And, you know, when I see them succeed, I can't help but smile. This is something I wanted to do for a while. So I just feel like, you know, I probably, to some people, I probably ramble on and they just stop watching, and that's fine. I totally understand. But the ones that are actually watching to the end and are subscribing, I do genuinely appreciate you, because this is something like I've been wanting to do. And it's not just, oh, for the filming part, and the editing is so fun, and it's also documenting my life. And to be honest, you know, I wouldn't mind having a career at some point doing this, you know? So I feel like when you're filming, you're putting your life out there and you're showing all the vulnerable parts of you. It takes a lot. So when I see people do that, it's just, it's amazing to me. So, you know, I aspire to be a lot of you YouTubers out there that are doing amazing. So I just wanted to put that out there. But anyways, enough rambling, because I know that I do ramble. I hope to see you guys follow. Again, thank you for the ones who are. And if you're interested in watching me, please like and subscribe. And I'm gonna cut this off now. I'm freezing. I'm still, obviously you guys know I'm in the car, and I'm so cold. So I'm gonna go in and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.